The second reason victims hardly ever own up to a sexual assault, and if they do, they take so long, is downplaying and denial. It plays out as the tendency to blame oneself and to be overwhelmed with shame. Many women refuse to believe that the treatment they endured was actually abusive. They downplay how much they have been harmed by sexual harassment and even sexual assault. They convince themselves that it wasn't such a big deal. As one client told me, I know a lot of women who were brutally raped, and I have friends who were sexually abused in childhood. Being sexually abused by my boss was nothing compared to what these women went through. I told myself to just move on and forget the whole thing. Unfortunately, this same client had come to see me because she was suffering from PTSD, particularly depression. She couldn't sleep at night, she had no appetite, she had lost her motivation, and she had isolated herself from friends and family. When we traced the symptoms back, we discovered that they all began after the sexual harassment incident. Depression is one of the major after effects of sexual harassment and assault. Victims may experience self-doubt, which can lead to self-blame, and the hopelessness of the situation can also lead to depression. Other women are good at making excuses for their abusers. I've often heard victims of sexual harassment say things like, I felt sorry for him, or I figured he wasn't getting enough sex at home, or I knew he couldn't help himself. And finally, women convince themselves that they are the only victim of a sexual harasser or abuser. It is often only after other women step forward to say that they were abused by a perpetrator that a victim may realize that they are dealing with a serial abuser or pedophile. When rape victims come up to share, remember that they go through so much psychological reconditioning to speak up. Let us embrace them rather than castigate them.